This summer, say I do
I am marrying a stranger.
like never before.
Am I crazy?
It's a whole new Married at First Sight on Peacock.
Thank God I woke up in love.
With new experts,
My name is Dr. Lisa.
My name's Paul Brunson.
more couples,
This could be the start of a very successful marriage.
and more surprises.
Or maybe not.
Everything is just not enough.
You're a little bit crazy.
I don't know what's gonna happen.
I want my fairy tale ending.
Married at First Sight, now streaming. New episodes Thursdays, only on Peacock.
Your body isn't a problem to fix. It's a system to support. From PMS to pregnancy to menopause. Ollie's Women's Wellness line is built on real science for every stage. No guilt, no stigmas, just science-backed supplements that work with you, not against you. Choose science over shame. Find support at a retailer near you or on ollie.com. That's OLLY.com.
This podcast is part of the Robots Radio Rocket Club, a program designed to help all podcasts reach their full potential. For information about joining the Robots Radio Rocket Club, check out robotsradio.net.
Welcome to the Final Fantasy Lorecast, where we take a deep dive into the lore of the Final Fantasy universe, such as the characters, stories, and so much more. Hosted by Ben of Temeria and Steve-O. Welcome back, Warriors of Light, to another episode of the Final Fantasy Lorecast. I'm one of your hosts, Brandon, or also known as Ben of Temeria, and always with me is my good friend, Steven.
Yo.
And we are here to bring you another character, and we thought, why not finally go into Final Fantasy X characters? So we are going over Tidus, not Tidus, like apparently what's it supposed to be, but it's Tidus. I am sorry if that offends you or you get upset about that, but that's how I see it. But who was obviously the main protagonist in Final Fantasy X. He can be acquired as a creature creator ally in the International plus Last Mission and HD versions of Final Fantasy X-2, and plays a pivotal role in the Extended Universe audio drama and Novelia. So I didn't even know there was an audio drama.
Yeah. Well,
And a Novelia, I'm assuming, is just a novel? Yeah, it's just a novel.
Just a book, yeah.
To X-2. Yeah, I had no idea there was an audio drama. Which is pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, it was an audio drama for 10.10.2 Final Fantasy X which we'll go over, I believe, in part 2. It was released only in Japan.
The audio drama?
Yes.
Okay.
That would make sense now. Why
you don't really
never
need,
heard of this.
You don't really need the audio drama since the game is very much voice acted and there's plenty of cutscenes. You pretty much got the gist of it if you played the game. Right.
So starting off first, we're going over the pronunciation of said name. Which is everybody's favorite thing from me, apparently. So, since Tidus is never directly referred to by name in audible dialogue, instead being referred to using impersonal pronouns, you, him, new guy, brudda, and the pronunciations of his name among fans is sometimes unclear. His name in Japanese is slightly different, approximately pronounced as Tida, and therefore the assumption of the first syllable would be pronounced the same in English. The pronunciation of his name first confirmed is an official localization of Kingdom Hearts, which features him in a cameo where his name is pronounced Tidus.
Is that true?
Yeah.
I don't remember. I mean,
Kingdom
that's
Hearts,
literally,
apparently.
that's the very beginning of Kingdom Hearts 1. I can't remember when the last time I played that, so.
Oh, I know. I haven't played Kingdom Hearts in years.
Oof.
So the pronunciation had also been used in English language trailers and commercials released prior to Final Fantasy X. James Arnold Taylor, Tidus's English voice actor, has told a story how the English pronunciation of Tidus' name came about. To make an English version of the trailer, Square hired a narrator in Japan who pronounced the name as Tidus, and the producers assumed this is the proper way to say the name in English. So even to the staff, they have no idea how this is pronounced.
Also, side note, how cool is it that he's voiced by Obi-Wan?
Right, James Arnold Taylor, who if you don't know, is the voice of Obi-Wan Kenobi in the Clone Wars, Rebels, and all that stuff. So, which is amazing. You also might know him as Johnny Test from the show Johnny Test, and he's in a bunch of other stuff too. He's so
He's
many
in a
different
ton,
characters.
yeah,
But yeah, knowing that there was a Star Wars, soon to be Star Wars voice actor went with Final Fantasy.
I love it.
It's great.
Representing tonight too.
I'm rocking Gundam right now, so. In Kingdom Hearts 2, although Tidus does not appear, Selphie mentions him and pronouncing his name Tidus.
Aha!
The pronunciation of his name among fans may be affected by this resemblance to the English word tide, given the character's affinity for water, and given name Titus in Final Fantasy XIV. Infamous fraudster Tronchtlum mistakes the name of the primal Titan with Tidus. However, the English release of Dissidia Final Fantasy ever refers to him as Tidus. More recently, he is referred to as Tidus in the English version of Final Fantasy X Will, as well as in World of Final Fantasy. So his name's literally all across the board. Like, nobody knows. It's tomato. It's whatever you want to call him, honestly.
We all know that Kingdom Hearts 2 is the superior Kingdom Hearts, so let's just go with that.
Go with the Kingdom Hearts 2, because Kingdom Hearts 2 is better than 1. Yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah.
Enough said, done. See, right there on the show, you heard it here. It's pronounced Tidus.
Yes.
It'd be awesome if this caught contraction to everybody and everybody started calling him Tidus after this episode.
I don't know anybody who pronounces it as Tidus. Apparently, I mean, the thing saying that it's since the Japanese version of it is Tidus, then it should be that way in English. I don't know if you've done a lot of, if you've looked at a lot of words in English to Japanese, they don't sound similar.
No.
So that doesn't really hold up. But, whatever.
So moving on to
this show, he's Tidus.
He is Tidus, yes. So moving on to his appearance, Tidus has disheveled blonde hair with spiky layers. His hair is brown in the childhood flashbacks. He wears the logo of his blitzball team, the Xanarkand Abes?
Xanarkand Abes.
Abes, okay. Xanarkand Abes.
As like a silver babe, but without the B. Yeah.
Has a silver pendant, and the logo is also printed on the right trouser leg. Tidus puts his own flair in the regular blitzball player's outfit by having one shorter and one longer trouser leg, similar to his father Jet, who wore a sash on his right side over a pair of shorts. Tidus wears yellow and black shoes, a gauntlet left on his
outfits.
Sorry, what?
Nothing. We got internet issues again.
We got internet issues. Tidus wears yellow and black shoes, a gauntlet on his left hand, and black glove on the other, a yellow jacket with a white hood, and a blue pauldron and armor on his left arm. The dark Dunagree type outfit he wears over his other clothes is fashioned with a black belt that has a metal chain. And then in Final Fantasy X Will, Tidus' artwork has aspects of Jet's design, wearing a similar headband. Meh. Okay.
So that's what he looks like.
That's what he looks like, yep. And the whole internet thing, like you seem fine on my end. It might be on your end. I don't know.
Yeah, my internet is unstable right now.
Oh, yeah, okay. That makes a little sense. So, now moving into the story.
So I'm going to try and speak like 3 seconds ahead.
So now for the story, we have Final Fantasy X. So, Tidus is a civilian of Xanarkand who is about to play blitzball in the Jet Memorial Cup, a tournament in honor of his lost father, who vanished 10 years ago while on a blitzball training expedition out at sea. People revere Jet's skills as unequaled, which pressures Tidus to match, if not surpass, his father. Oh boy. Father issues for a Final Fantasy character.
Yeah, it's gonna be a real theme in this game. Mommy and daddy issues.
Oh no. During the tournament, Xenarkin is attacked by Sin, an immense creature shrouded in water. The city is destroyed in its path, but Tidus escapes before the Blitzball Stadium collapses. Tidus meets up with his mentor, Aaron. Right?
Auron.
Outside the stadium, but time suddenly stops and a boy in purple robes appear before him, claiming something is about to start. After the boy vanishes, Tidus continues after Aaron, who reveals the force destroying the city is called Sin, and gives Tidus a gift from Jet, a longsword. Together, they fight their way to their monster, and Aaron drags Tidus into its depth, claiming this to be the beginning of his story. Huh.
Right into Sin's butthole in this game.
Oh, God. But his father gave him a sword. Left him a sword, anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Tidus awakens in the Baj Temple area in the world of Spira, where he runs into a group of Albed scavengers who recruit Tidus for their salvage operation on the sunken airship. He befriends an Albed girl named Riku, who tells her about his life in Xenarkin and his career as the star player of the Xenarkin Aves. Dun dun dun. Already have a girl talking about ya. Riku is reluctant to believing him, asking if he breathed in Sin's toxins, which is known to induce amnesia. As 1,000 years have passed since Xenarkin's destruction, Riku explains that since Xenarkin is a holy place, it would be wise not to tell any Yvalinites of his life there. After being knocked out of the salvage ship by another Sin attack, Tidus washes up ashore at Besad Island. Wait a minute. So
Final Fantasy loves their amnesia.
So did he time travel? Since Xenarkin's destruction was 1,000 years have passed.
It's tough to explain, especially with the bad internet connection, but it'll be explained later as we go into more of the story. It's not time travel. He's not a real boy, basically.
Oh. Okay. Well, as we go, let's dive in more. So Tidus meets Waka, coach and captain of the Besad Aurochs. Help me out here.
Besaid Aurochs.
Besaid RX, Blitzball team, who is impressed by Tidus's talent. Tidus decides to stick with the story of being a victim of Sin's toxin, lest people think of him as a heretic. Waka takes Tidus to the village in the Besad Temple. They learn that the apprentice summoner has not returned from the cloister of the trials. Worried that the summoner may be in danger, Tidus rushes in, despite the priest's warning about obeying the precepts of the Yvonne religion.
Yes, Riku, I will wrap a pretty bow around this in time, but I want to get a little bit further into the story first, so it'll all make a little bit more sense as we get through it.
So Waka follows and finds Tidus near the entrance to the Chamber of the Faith, where he tells him about the faith and the temples. Only summoners and guardians, such as Waka, can go and face the trials. In the middle of the temple resides a faith statue. A summoner must pray in order to be bestowed with its powers. Tidus meets the summoner Yuna, who has just completed the trials and obtained the Ion Valefor, and her accompanying guardians Lulu and Remira. How do you say this? Kimari Ronso.
Ronso, yeah.
Ronso. Okay. Remember, always stay away from the summoner. That's from Box Scroll in chat. So that night, Tidus awakens from a dream of his father putting him down. He overhears Lulu berating Waka, claiming Waka is only interested in Tidus because he reminds him of his late brother, Chapu. Waka later explains to Tidus that Chapu, who was a member of the Crusaders, a group dedicated to protecting Spyra from sin, was killed the previous year. Waka gives Tidus Chapu's old sword, the Brotherhood. Yuna leaves on her journey to defeat Sin with the Guardians Waka, Lulu, and Kamari. Tidus tags along as Waka plans to take him to a blitzball tournament in Luca and hopes someone will recognize him there. So.
And the Brotherhood is the sword that you see on the box art whenever you're looking at Final Fantasy X. It's the one he's holding in the water.
Oh, okay. That's good to know. Rico says Brotherhood. And as they sail to Kalika, Tidus gets to know Yuna, who believes he truly is from Xenarkand because a man named Jet had told her the same story when she was younger. Yuna explains Jet helped her father, High Summoner Braska, as his guardian. When Tidus tells her Jet disappeared before Xenarkand 10 years ago, Yuna says it was the day Jet arrived in Spyra. Before they can talk further, the boat falls under attack from Sin. Go figure.
So I know this seems like time travel still, but I promise you that it is not. It'll all make sense.
Good. The group fights off Sin and its spawn, but upon arriving at Kalaka Port, they find port and the village destroyed. Yuna performs a sending, a ceremony in which sends the spirits of the dead to the far plane, Spyra's plane of the afterlife. After acquiring Ifrit in the Kalaka Temple, the party arrives in Luca for the annual Blitzball World Championship, with Tidus learning his new team, the Basad Arach. I can never say that right.
Besaid
Aurochs. Gosh. Is the butt of the tournament, but having a 23-year-old losing streak. Oh, my God. Well, that's if you're a Browns fan, you know how that feels. Okay. I'm a Browns fan, so if anybody got that. Unaccustomed to losing, he tries to instill a newfound enthusiasm for victory within the team. Because Blitzball is the best game ever, isn't it?
What are we gonna do? Try our best. And he's like, no, we're gonna win.
Yeah. We got this, team. We got this. If only you do good.
Sorta do.
Sorta. Tidus and the others witness the arrival of a Grand Master Micah, and the newest Maester of Yavon, Seymour Gudau?
It's Guado.
That's weird. A man who is
Guado.
half human and half Guado. Yeah. Tidus and Yuna tour the town, and he teaches her how to whistle, promising to come running when she does. At least they get separated in the crowd. Yuna is excited over rumors of Aaron being around town, a legendary guardian who's also served Braska a revelation that mystifies Tidus. So, yeah.
Yes. So it still seems like time travel.
Yeah, it does. Kamhari's old rivals, Baron and Yenki Ronso, pick a fight with him. And when Tidus helps him, Yuna is kidnapped by the Albed Sykes Blitzball team. Tidus, Kamhari, and Lulu save her from the Albed ship, and Tidus learns Yuna is half Albed on his mother's side. Lulu warns Tidus not to tell Waka and Yuna's lineage, as Waka never had much love for the Albed. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, Waka's a little bit of a racist against the Albeds. Not even a little bit. He's very.
Not even a little. He is. Yeah. The Oroch's face the Luca goers. Is that Luca goers, really? in the finals.
You nailed it.
Tidus takes Waka's place at first, but switches out after the crowd chants for Waka to return. The stadium is attacked by fiends, and Tidus and Waka fight them off and run into Aaron. Seymour summons the Ion Anima to destroy the fiends.
Yes, it's the coolest summon in Final Fantasy, as I've stated before. By far
Anima?
my favorite. Mm-hmm.
Tidus confronts Aaron, wanting to know what is going on, but the latter only claims Sin is Jet. A stunned Tidus refused to believe it. Aaron and Tidus joins Luna's group as her guardians. She tries to cheer Tidus up by teaching him how to smile even if he's feeling sad. Yuna explains sin is mankind's punishment for their vanity and will not go away unless they have atoned and held the final Ion. The only way to destroy sin lies in wait in the Xanarkand ruins.
So it turns out that was a lie, because she's very wrong about that. But that's what they're taught.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with what Riku said. Riku in chat says Waka's racism is much easier to sympathize with than real racism, though. Like, at least you get it.
Well, I mean, he's just been tricked by the church into thinking that they're bad because they.
It's called
machine.
A cult.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
So, moving on, at the end of the Mirin High Road, Tidus and the group are blocked by the Crusaders planning for Operation Mirin, where the Crusaders and the Albed would join forces to lure Sin into a trap and destroy it with the Machina cannon, supposedly as powerful as the Ions. The Crusaders let Yuna's group through under Maester Seymour's orders. Sin attacks and reduces the Crusaders to ashes. Meaning it's not powerful. It's not
a brutal scene.
Oh my god.
No. It's very much not. It just like completely reflect. It literally looks like he cast reflect and it just whips back at all of them and turns them into dust. It's pretty rough.
Dear God. Yeah, Boxgirl says it's a pretty messed up scene.
Yeah.
So as it pulls out into the sea, Tidus chases after it. Hallucinations of his father and awakens near the Doge High Road, where Yuna is sitting to fall into the far plane. Jose, really? Start the D. Yes. What the hell? Jose High Road, where Yuna is sitting in the fallen to the fire plane. Tidus meets up with Aaron and is again told Sin is Jet, and then that the reason Sin showed up was to see his son. Aaron explains Jet wanted to show Tidus his power, so Tidus would kill him.
Yeah, it's a very, very rough little stretch of game because you're literally like you're finding that out. You're like this big giant monster that looks like Godzilla, basically like floating Godzilla, that's killing everybody. It's like, oh, he just wants to see you. It's like, what? So he kills all these people just to see
just
me.
Because.
And you're literally like, you're seeing people like screaming, upset because they see their closest friends die like right in front of them. It's brutal stuff.
Oh my god. So the group crosses the Moonflow River on a shoof, and Waka shows Tidus a sunken city. Tidus learns more of Spyro's history in the Machina War from 1,000 years ago when Xanarkand was destroyed and Sin first appeared. Yuna is kidnapped by an Albed Machina robot and pulls her underwater, but Tidus and Waka jump in to save her. On the shore, Tidus runs into Riku, relieved to meet his first friend in Spyro, and is startled she was the one controlling the Machina that kidnapped Yuna. After a talk with Yuna, Riku rejoins the group as her guardian, concealing her identity as an Albed from Waka.
Which is pretty crazy because the way they identify is basically they have green eyes. So I don't know what Waka's looking at that he doesn't notice her eyes.
Well, we know what he's looking at, let's be honest.
I hope not, because she's like 15 or 16 in the game.
How old is Waka?
Older. I know that.
Riku's like, oh, yikes.
Yeah.
Oh, and Box Girl says in chat, when I saw 14's Bismarck, I thought Sin from 10.
Yeah, basically.
Fair.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Bismarck is somewhat like 14's version is somewhat like based off that in a way, because he was in the Sea of Clouds too. So.
Yeah, and you have to harpoon him just like you have to harpoon Sin at one point.
Mm-hmm. So Meister Simor's home of Guadasalam. Guadasalam. Hey, I almost got that right. Lies on the way of the pilgrimage. So the group briefly stops there and welcomed by the Maestre. Seymour has become fixated on Yuna, fueling Tidus's dislike for him in light of his own growing feelings towards her. Seymour shows the party a sphere recording of the ancient Xanarkan and tells the story of how Luska, the first summer to defeat Sin with the final Ion, and had her husband as her guardian, and their bond allowed her to success.
Yeah.
Interesting.
He's pretty creepy.
He's pretty creepy. Good to know.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. But at this point, let's take a quick mid-break, thank our patrons, and we'll be right back.
Tomorrow morning is knocking. Stock your fridge now. How about a creamy mocha frappuccino drink? Or a sweet vanilla? Smooth caramel maybe? Or a white chocolate mocha? Whichever you choose, delicious coffee awaits. Find Starbucks Frappuccino drinks wherever you buy your groceries.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Now, I was looking for fun ways to tell you that Mint's offer of unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month is back. So I thought it would be fun if we made $15 bills. But it turns out that's very illegal. So there goes my big idea for the commercial. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan required. $15 per month equivalent. Taxes and fees extra. Initial plan term only. Greater than 50 gigabytes may slow when network is busy. See terms.
All right, welcome to the middle of the show. We're talking about everything with the podcast. That's nothing to do with the lore of the Final Fantasy. Here, we want to thank all our amazing patrons. Thank you guys so much for supporting the show. And if you do want to support the show, you can go to patreon.com/the Final Fantasy Lorecast, where you can get ad-free episodes or even join us once a month on the show itself. You can also support us on Apple and Spotify. Leave a 5-star review on Apple with some words or a nice Spotify comment. We'll read it out loud the next time on the show, which we actually do have a Apple review. So it reads, it's 5 stars, a nostalgic find by B-Ball Danman. Ever since I stumbled upon a FF8 demo disc from Pizza Hut, I've loved Final Fantasy. Oh my god, I remember those demo discs too. Holy crap. I appreciate the deep dives you guys go in. It really is a blast from the past and loving it. Keep up the good work. Why, thank you. And oh boy, let me tell you about those demo discs. I had so many of those growing up. A lot.
I had one for a Sega that had a whole bunch of them. It had like Shining Force and Sonic, one of the Sonics. And
oh my god.
Yeah. It was awesome. I played the heck out of those demos.
And then we do have quite a few Spotify comments here. So from our locations, Final Fantasy 15 episode, Summer of Heroes says, gotta love the mispronounced names. I agree with Ben. Chocobos are life. All but the red one. We don't talk about that one. Yes. See, no, I have someone in my corner for Chocobos. I have someone in my corner.
Yeah, you've got a lot. It's really, I'm really on an island here, and I'm okay to stay on that island.
Fair. The demos are popular, and popular emulation sites actually carry the demo versions of games. What? It's okay. Emulators are fine, depending on the emulator. Just don't stream anything. Well, you can stream some stuff on an emulator. Debatable.
And don't, for the love of God, don't go for Nintendo stuff.
No, God, no. Don't do that. Even though a lot of people do still do it, and that's fine. Just don't do it on their consoles. It's one thing to do it on your PC.
Yeah.
If it's an old game, not a current stuff, they don't like anything current.
No, they don't like anything old either because, God forbid, they actually give you the games you want to play.
Fair. We do have from Lava Guy 219 from our Characters Cloud Strife Part 1. Saying, great episode. Cloud has always been my favorite FF character, along with Team Avalanche, Tifa, and Barrett. Steven posed a great question at the end as I started playing FF with FF7. But I gotta ask, will we ever get a Trey return? He and Steven always made a great team, balancing each other.
I don't know.
TBD. TBD, yeah. And then we do have a couple on our last episode with Noctis Part 2. From Naku126, you're right. I have no intention of reading Dawn of the Future. You're welcome for letting you know all of that info. You're welcome for telling you the entire story for that book that you now don't have to read.
We saved you. We saved you the pain of going through that.
Yeah.
Oh my
And you actually
God.
have to read the book because there's no audio format for that book. A lot of the Final Fantasy books do not have audio versions, so you would actually physically have to read it. But there you go. You can just listen.
We looked
to
it
part
up on the
2 of
show. It
Noctis.
is not audio.
And then we also have Griever 1823 saying 15 Royal Edition along with the DLCs were really good. The other media like Kingsglaive and Brotherhood really added to all the backstory, which I thought was pretty awesome too. I've never seen the book anywhere, but I would read it if I said I. But I would read it if just to say I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can find the book on Amazon.
It would have been cool if they included it.
Yeah, like in the game. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Right.
Yeah.
So thank you for all the comments and everything. And then you can also find us on a few different Discord servers, the Robots Radio Discord at robotsradio.net, as well as my own Discord server, the Ben and Friends Podcasting Discord, where you can find this show and all the other shows that I host, which are Holocron History, Star Wars Canon vs. Legends, the Gundam Lorecast, the Wizarding World Lorecast, and the Witcher Lorecast. Go check out the newest episode of the Gundam Lorecast. Well, last newest episode. When you hear this, which we did have a guest interview of Jim Ferranda, who you might know if you play Gundam Breaker 4. He is Mr. Gunpla. Or, if you're a fan of the Borderlands series, he does play Claptrap in Borderlands 3. So.
I thought that was Jack Black.
That's in the movie. No. And he's also various other anime characters in a bunch of new anime and stuff like that. And if you ever remember this unlocked a memory through this interview. If you ever remember the old Hasbro Zoids commercials back in the early 2000s when Zoids were a thing, he did all the dialogue for that.
Oh, nice.
He did the voice for all those, and he built all the models for those commercials. He even said, "It's like, oh yeah, like in the case right behind me, I have that Liger Zero still in the back." I was like, what?
No.
And
That's awesome.
He just recently go listen to that interview. It's great. He just recently came back from Japan and he showed us he bought a Blade Liger, one of the new Blade Liger models for only like $28 because the yen is so weak right now. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I want to get a Zoid now just because of that interview. And stay tuned for a new episode of the Avengers audio drama. I am in one of the newest episode that will be coming out as a specific character in one scene. So stay tuned for if you want to hear me do some voice acting. So that's always fun stuff. But I have nothing else to add for the mid-break. Do you have anything?
I don't.
No? Fair enough. All right. Well, that being said, let's get back into more of Tidus.
What if I told you you only have 12 hours to legally have sex?
To finding true love, or just like a good guy.
From the director of Easy A and Anyone But You.
This whole thing is nuts.
There's nothing traditional about this night.
On August 7th, the clock starts on the summer's biggest rom-com.
I'm Owen.
Allie.
What about you and me?
Monica Barbaro, Callum Turner.
I've been told I'm a 7.
By who? Your mom?
Nah, she thinks I'm a 10.
One night only. Rated R. Only in theaters August 7th.
This episode is brought to you by State Farm. Listening to this podcast instead of doom scrolling? Smart move. Another smart move? Getting help from one of State Farm's 19,000 local agents when you choose to bundle home and auto. Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
And yes, Box Girl, Trey has been on 14 more lately, so if you want to hang out with Trey, he is on 14.
There it is.
What? I said 14 earlier, too.
Oh, okay. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, we were talking about Bismarck.
Yeah. So, so Seymour proposes to Yuna. Awkward. Asking her to marry him for the good of Spyra, but she takes her time to decide. The group visits the Far Plane, the underground realm of Spyra that has a great way to Guadasolam. Is a gathering place for departed spirits where one can summon images of their deceased loved ones triggered by their memories.
And this is a point of contention. I've argued with people in the Discord about this because I see it differently than other people see it, and I forget. Like I think that they're not actually there. It's just the fireflies just reacting to their thoughts.
Which I think we
And
talked
they
about
kinda
that on
say that in
our
the game,
episode.
but-
I think we did that in the locations episode, Final Fantasy X, didn't we? For our location episodes.
I'm sure we did. Yeah, yeah.
So-
We may have even argued in the chat over this. Yeah.
Probably. So Yuna, unaware of Sin's identity, notes that Tidus, that Jet may still be alive since he doesn't appear on the Far Plane. When his mother appears, Tidus realizes he blamed Jet for her death and resented how she barely took note of him whenever Jet was around. Upon exiting, the ghost of Jasal Gudo escapes the Far Plane. After Yuna sends him a sphere, drops from Jakal's clothing, which he takes. Okay.
This is just go Guado. I couldn't let that one pass.
Guado. My bad. What did I say?
I don't know what you said, but it's just go Guado.
Guado. Just call Guado?
Yeah.
Just call Guado. Okay. Where was I? Oh, while crossing the Thunder Plains, the party stops at Ren's travel agency, and Yuna checks out a room. Tidus passes through the hall where he hears a man speaking in Yuna's room. As he tries to listen in, the doors open, and he falls into the room. Catching Yuna viewing the sphere showing Seymour's deceased father, just called Grudo. Yuna explains the sphere is Jakal's will and says to take care of my son. Yuna decides to accept Seymour's proposal and travel to Lake... Oh, God.
Macalania.
Macalania, thank you with that. Where Seymour awaits her answer.
Macarena.
Macarena.
That is actually a joke in the game. It says Tidus pronounces it wrong, and he says Macarena.
Oh, so I'm not. Oh,
and
sweet. I don't feel so bad.
No, he literally, yeah. He says, "Aye."
Oh my god. Oh god, that's funny. So after encounter with the Albed, who again tried to kidnap Yuna, the party rides snowmobiles to the temple. If Tidus rides with Lulu, she will finally believe Tidus hails from outside of Spyra after he asks her if a person can become Sin. If he rides with Riku, she reveals she is Yuna's cousin and worries over Yuna's safety if she continues her pilgrimage. If he rides with Aaron, the two race to the temple and Aaron warns him of being acting too rash. If he rides with Kimhari, he asks his opinion on Riku being Albed, with Kimhari explaining that even though the Ronso are supposed to be disliked, the Albed, as followers of Yvonne, he trusts Riku as a friend. So
I've played through this game so many times, and I literally did not know you could ride with anybody but Lulu. This is the first thing I'm finding out, because she's first. It's one right there. You just okay, yeah, getting on the thing with her, yeah.
Fair. So at Makalana Temple, they discover from Jakal's sphere that Seymour had killed his father to gain the title of Maester. Oh God! And Yuna had planned to marry Seymour with the condition he will turn himself in. As they confront Seymour, they forced into a battle, and Seymour is killed before Yuna can perform a sending. His body is taken away by his aide Tromel, who brands them traitors for killing a Maester before the Guado can apprehend Tidus and the others. Sin, that had been resting under the frozen lake, listening to the hymn of the faith emanating from the temple, whisks them away, and they are washed up in the deserts of Bacchanal Island.
Yeah. So you remember when I said there's lots of mommy and daddy issues in this game? Tidus isn't the only one. Also Seymour. And like you just know about his dad right here if you just play the vanilla story. But if you go to the island where he basically grew up, like it's where him and his mom were, they kind of got banished there because they had a interracial relationship.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. So with Yuna missing, Riku guides her friends to home, the Albed Sanctuary, in the hopes of finding her there, but they discover the city under siege by the Guado. In the Summoner Sanctum, the party finds other summoners the Albeds had kidnapped, but Yuna is not among them. Tidus is told that the truth about the pilgrimage, the final summoning destroys Sin, but also kills the summoner, and that's why the Albed want to halt the practice.
Yeah. So they were wrong.
Ah, okay. That's good to know.
But they do know that like everybody who's there, one of her guardians, they all know what's going to happen. And that's one of the big things right here is Tidus is like, you all knew. Why didn't you say anything? Why are you helping her do this?
Right. So Tidus suffers an emotional meltdown and swears to find a way to keep Yuna alive. Everyone evacuates to the Albed airship, the Fahrenheit. That's original. Which has the airship Tidus helped Riku crew salvage when he first arrived in Spira. They met Sid, leader of the Albed, as well as Riku's father and Yuna's uncle, and proceeded to Bavel, where Yuna is being forced into marrying the now unsent Seymour.
Yeah, zombie Seymour.
Oh, God. No, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ugh.
But he still looks like himself.
Ew. So Tidus and the rest of the Guardians crash the ceremony.
Quite literally.
That's great. Oh, they actually crash into it?
Yeah, well, they go flying in on these zip lines. And
that's great.
It's awesome.
But cannot stop it. Seymour commands the warrior monks to finish them off, but Yuna distracts them by jumping from the balcony, summoning Valfor mid-air, and escaping to the Bavel Temple, where she receives the Ion Bahamut. The group is tried for killing Seymour and siding with the Albed and named traitors of Yavon. Yuna argues her case that Seymour, as an unsent, must be sent to the far plane, and is shocked that Grandmaster Mika reveals his status as an unsent as well. Realizing the depths of the Yavon's corruption, the party is sentenced to the dungeons of Via Pacifico.
Via Purifico. But yeah, this
Purifico.
is like... Makes sense that Micah looks 1,000 years old. He looks like Jerry Jones.
This Bahamut looks very interesting. Not gonna lie. Oh, yeah. Okay. It's
He's
better
not my
now.
favorite.
He's better when I see him standing up.
He's not my favorite one.
Meh.
He's so slow.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So Tidus, Riku, and Waka fight off underwater fiends and are united with the others. At the end, they confront Seymour, who reveals his plans on using Yuna to become the next Sin and destroy Spira, saving, quote-unquote, everyone from fear and suffering. The party defeats Seymour and retreats to the Malakana woods, where Yuna, her faith shaken, departs to the forest spring. Tidus follows her and reveals her reveals he knows the truth behind the final summoning and apologizes for always talking about life after defeating sin.
Yeah, this is the big Tidus Yuna scene, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right here.
So Tidus attempts to convince Yuna to abandon her pilgrimage and stay with him, and though Yuna considers it, she is unable to abandon her duty to Spyra. Tidus confronts her, and they share a kiss under the full moon. The next morning, the group continues towards Xenarkand, and Tidus and Riku try to come up with a plan to save Yuna. As they should.
Also go like flying underwater. It's pretty interesting. Yeah, they do. It's implied they do a little bit more than kiss.
Oh, okay. Interesting. On Mount Gagazet, the party comes across the Faith Scar, a mass of faith summoning at once. Tidus passes out and finds himself back at home in Xenarkand. He meets the strange boy he saw when Sin attacked Xenarkand and learns the boy is a Faith. Tidus is told that he, Jet, and the Xenarkand they came from are dreams of the Faith, ordered into existence after the original Xenarkand was destroyed. Wait, what?
Yes.
So they're not real?
Yeah, so this is where I was talking about it. I say he's not a real boy. It's not time travel. They are basically like all the Aeons that you see, whether it's Bahamut, Ixion, Balefort, whatever. They're basically similar versions of that. So like the Faith,
interesting.
They say they pray and these things come to life, and that's what Dreams Xenarkand is, which is sitting on top of Sin to keep it safe from Pavel or Yevon, because they were at war. And they knew they were going to lose the war because Yevon had Machina, so they summoned Sin.
Okay. This
now it all makes sense, right?
Somewhat. So the Faith want Tidus to defeat Sin permanently so they can cease their dreaming. If he succeeds, the dream will end and Tidus himself will disappear. Tidus is left with these words: "You have been touched by Sin. You're more than just dreams now." When Tidus comes to, he decides to conceal what he learned from the others. Wow, I mean, as the person
which I always had a problem with this because, like, literally, the area that they're on, like the Dream Xanarkand, is on Sin's back. So it's like, okay, you're all touched by Sin.
Good point.
This doesn't make sense, but I think it was a convenient way for them to explain it.
So the party camps out in the Xenarkand ruins outskirts where Tidus recounts his tale. In Xenarkand, they witness visions of the past through fireflies, the mystical life energy of Spyra, and that the souls of the dead are also composed of, including Seymour's childhood and the last chapters of Raska's pilgrimage. So the group then meets Lady Yunalesca, the first summoner to defeat Sin, who now resides as an unsent in the Xenarkand Dome, to grant the final Ion to the summoners who complete their pilgrimage. Tidus learns Sin is Jet because the final Ion is dead, and a guardian chose to the summoner will have to sacrifice him or herself to become the Faith for the new one, as Jet did. Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, that's how it goes. That's why they're like, oh yeah, they'll have to die, basically.
Jeez. So after the final Ion pierces Sin's armor, Yevon, the being at Sin's core, possesses the final Ion, killing its summoner and transforms it into a new Sin, thus continuing the cycle. Yunalesca leaves the group to decide who will be sacrificed into becoming the new Faith for the final Ion, but Tidus wants to break the spiral of death, as Yuna does not wish to sacrifice any of her friends. Good on you, Tidus.
Yeah, so this Riku he did nail it. He was a little premature earlier with this scene, but this, if you want to look up probably the best speech in the entire series, look up Oren Yunalesca speech. It'll get you ready to run through a wall. It's incredible.
So Yunalesca becomes dismayed to the party's unwillingness to follow the rites of the pilgrimage and others to end their suffering through death. The party sees through the visions of Aran from the past confronting Yunalesca. Grief-stricken over Braska's death and Jet's transformation, Yunalesca killed Aran, making him presently in an unsent. As the present Aran rallies his team to fight Yunalesca, Tidus tells Yuna to see their story through together. Oh my god, so many backstabbings.
Yeah, so Oren is also a zombie the whole time, apparently. Yeah.
What in the world?
Sort of. I mean, so Oren is upset because he feels he failed to protect his friend. So that's his whole mission is to basically redeem himself, kind of.
Got it.
And end this finally.
Mm-hmm. So Yunalesca is defeated, and without her, Summers will never be able to temporarily defeat Sin again. Aran tells Tidus he wasn't unsent all along, his spirit unable to rest because of the promises he had made to Jet and Braska. The party leaves Zanarkand, determined there is another way to defeat Sin. Of course there is.
Oh.
Duh.
Yeah.
So the team boards Sid's airship and plans the next move. If they can defeat the current final Ion, Yvonne will be left vulnerable, which is when the party can destroy him. To do this, they must invade the husk of Sin's body and destroy Yvonne from the inside. Seymour, determined to become the new Sin, attempts to stop them, but the party defeats him, leaving him weak enough for Yuna to finally send. As they travel further inside Sin, they encounter Jet, Tidus' father, and Braska's final Ion.
Yeah. Which is, Riku and I talked about this in the Discord the other day. This is the real final fight of the game because it's the best one. You get to see him like fully transform. I'll try and Google it and I'll put it in the Discord, but the final Jet form is awesome.
All right. So Jet tells Tidus he is proud of him, and though it's difficult for Jet to say, Tidus can tell his father loves him. Jet transforms, and the party defeats him as Braska's final Ion, releasing him from Yvonne's possession. Yvonne possesses each of Yuna's Ions in return, and the group defeats each one until Yvonne has nowhere left to hide. Tidus reveals he will vanish once they defeat Yvonne, but says, I know it's selfish, but this is my story. Dun, dun, dun. Final words.
Yevon is an unlosable fight. Like, you can't... It's kind of like the Sephiroth and Cloud final fight. Words.
Oh, okay.
You just beat him. Like, you can't lose it.
Cool. So after feeding Yvonne, Yuna sends the Ions and Aran to the far plane. They Faith depart, and being a dream of Faith himself, Tidus must meet the same fate. As he begins to fade, he apologizes to Yuna for not being able to show her his Zanarkand and bids a tearful farewell to his friends. Yuna rushes up to him, but passes right through him. Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah. This is why this is where the game should have ended.
So Yuna tells Tidus she loves him.
There should be no sequel.
In Japanese, she simply thanks him for his help. And Tidus embraces Yuna one last time. He takes a running leap off the deck of the Fahrenheit and enters the far plane, where he's reunited with the spirits of Braska, Aran, and Jet. Tidus gives his father a jovial high five, signifying the two are finally at peace. But that's not the end.
Yes.
I
mean, technically. In my mind, this is where it ends.
And then in the depths of the ocean among swirling fireflies, Tidus wakes up and swims toward the surface with a smile on his face.
Yeah.
So that's part one, and yes, there is more after this. You think that would be the end? There's more.
No. We're just scratching the surface. All we did was get through the 10 story. That's it. There's so much more to go.
There's so much more stuff to go. Just you wait, because there's which we'll go over next week. But one of the mobile game stories is canonical for the Final Fantasy X universe. That one of the crossover events in the mobile game is tied to the canonical version of Tidus.
I want you to know that I will be doing the podcast next week, but I will be doing it under protest because it's going to include a lot of things that I am not happy exist.
You mean all the side stuff?
Yeah, and the sequel that I will not speak of. And I know people love it, but yeah.
You don't like 10-2?
Yeah. I don't like what it does.
Oh, that's fair.
I'm sure it's a great game.
Oh, have you not played it?
Yeah. No, I've played part of it.
Oh, okay.
And I know how the story goes. Like I did a whole story thing for it, so I know what happens, and that's why I'm not happy.
Oh, okay. Fair.
But to each their own.
True. Well, that's what we have on part 1. Any final thoughts or anything for Tidus for part 1? Besides the ending of 10.
No, I was gonna do the laugh. Yeah. I've said that enough. I would do the laugh, but I don't want to hurt everybody's ears, so yeah, that'll be it. Maybe we can include that in post.
Just go listen to it. Just now realizing I've gone through this episode. I didn't know it was James Arnold Taylor until I started doing research. That he voiced Tidus, and I was like, oh no. You're telling me Obi-Wan Kenobi did that terrible laugh?
He sure did. Which, and maybe I'll talk about it next week during next week's episode, but the laugh, I think, is not as ridiculous if you look at what he's actually doing in that moment. So I will defend the laugh next week.
Fair. All right. Well, everybody, again, thank you for listening to the Final Fantasy Lorecast, and may the crystals guide you. Thank you for listening to the Final Fantasy Lorecast. You can find us on the Robots Radio Discord at robotsradio.net, the Ben and Friends podcasting Discord, where you can share your thoughts, experiences, and love for the Final Fantasy lore. You can also find us on Twitter at FFLorecast.
Traditional home security only alerts you after a break-in, and that's too late. SimpliSafe is changing that.
Stop. This is SimpliSafe. Police are on the way.
We don't just alert, we stop crime before it starts. SimpliSafe, plan starting around $1 a day. Save 50% on your new system with professional monitoring at simplisafe.com/Spotify or with promo code Spotify.
Outdoor deterrence requires a SimpliSafe Active Guard outdoor protection plan starting at $49.99 a month. Visit simplisafe.com/licenses for alarm license information. Tennessee 2012.